Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel and Opera channel on LELB Society. This session I'm going to teach you Unit 17 of this course book, and as usual let me just show you the flashcards that exist here. Wholesale means retail, opposite of retail. It's an adjective. It means when you buy or let's say sell something in large quantity and you receive some discount. The opposite is retail, R-E-T-A-I-L. And essential means necessary. Gleam means a beam of light or a line of light. Brawl means fight, argument, usually physical. Vicious means aggressive, bad-tempered, grouchy, angry. Again, brawl. Peril means danger. Patient, a diseased person. That's it. Okay. Appeal means attraction. Also you can say lure. Okay. Interest, to urge. Usually whenever it is used as a verb, it is followed by to as a preposition. Anything George could get at wholesale price, that is at a lower price, more reasonable, had a great appeal for him. I said whenever it is used as a verb. So it is appealing. It is let's say enthusiastic and tempting when you get something at a lower price because you, for example, get it on sale. My boss always appeals to his employees. My boss as an employer, to work swiftly means nimbly or fast or rapidly, and neatly. It means in an organized way, and orderliness, based on orderliness. Okay, in an orderly manner. Every boss likes that. I found her clothing designs to be enormously appealing. Means attractive and neat. Clothing designs, the way she gets dressed, enormously or hugely attractive. Addict as a verb, addict as a noun. So stress pattern changes. As a noun, addict, one who cannot break away from a habit or practice, a person who is addicted, unable to break a habit. Because he was a heroin addict, it's a kind of narcotic material, it's very strong. It was essential for Carlos to get the drug each day, because actually he was addicted. Okay, and he needed to have access to drug, heroin. Marcia became flabby, or really fat, overweight, because she was addicted to ice cream sodas with that high level of sugar, because sodas are sweet drinks with bubbles that may even actually increase the likelihood of diabetes. Those who take aspirins and other painkillers, such as Valium for example, regularly should realize and should notice that they may become drug addicts too, because they contain some narcotic materials, opium for example, and they may again increase their chance of getting an addict or becoming an addict. Wary. On one's guard against danger or trickery. Trickery means the use of tricks or plots, P-L-O-T, to deceive others. Charlatanism. Cautious. Marilyn's mother told her to be wary of strangers with a gleam in their eye, because usually they may kidnap children, and with a gleam it's a kind of bright and shining, let's say, light in their eyes, shows some sort of strange emotion. Okay. After Orlando had been the victim of cheat, he was wary of those who said they wanted to help him, because actually he was conditioned to some frightful and frightening situations in which a person actually is victimized. Living in a polluted city makes you wary of the air you breathe. It is breathe. Without E, it is breath, and it is actually a noun. Living in a city that is that has so much actually air pollution makes you wary, increases your attention or consciousness of the air you inhale. I-N-H-A-L-E. Take in. Breathe in. Aware. Knowing, realizing, conscious. Donna was aware of her tendency to exaggerate. So she was, she took cognizance of means pay attention to. Exaggerate means to magnify. It was some time before the police became aware of the brawl or fight which was taking place or happening on the street. Yeah, it took some time before the police could just notice that brawl or fight in the street. On the street. The only way to gain knowledge is to be aware of everything around you and to become aware of, to become conscious of or mindful of what is happening. Misfortune, bad luck. It was my misfortune that our car wasn't thoroughly or completely checked or inspected, or let's say check is the best word here, before the trip through the desert. So we had a trip through the desert, and it is essential for you to check up the car because you know the desert is not densely populated, and if something happens to your car, actually you will be left alone, and it's so somehow dangerous. Being bitten by the vicious dog was quite a misfortune for Tommy. So vicious means aggressive, and violent dog bit Tommy, and it was really let's say unfortunate. Let me conjugate bite. The first word, the first form is bite, and then the second form of that simple past is bit, and then the past participle is bitten. Okay. Bite, bit, bitten. What about beat? Pay attention, it has a long E, not short E. For example, your heart beats around 70 times per minute. Okay, the past form of that is again the same, beat. Okay, there is a red line before that because we have two beats right before each other, and this does not happen normally. And the past participle is beaten. So beat, beat, beaten. Let me emphasize that. Beat, beat, beaten. But this one, pay attention to my pronunciation. Bite, bit, bitten. Short E, long E. Okay. I had the misfortune of working for a greedy man. Greedy man, a materialistic person, and I was unlucky to work for such a person. Avoid, keep away from, keep out of the way. Avoid. Avoidance is the noun. It's a very popular word. If you are fortunate or lucky, you can avoid people who are trying to deceive you. There are some people who want to trick or deceive you, and if you are lucky, you will not face those people. According to this sentence, I don't believe in luck very much. There was no way to avoid noticing her beautiful green eyes. So she was so attractive, particularly her beautiful green eyes, and it was so difficult to avoid noticing and, for example, perceiving and noticing and realizing. Pay attention, after avoid you need to have a gerund as a verb. Avoid getting, that's why again actually getting into a brawl if you can. And this is really a word of wisdom. Do not get involved in any argument, physical brawl or dispute. Avoid getting into a brawl if you can. Wretched. It's very unsatisfactory, miserable. Miserable, sad. I feel wretched after a night when I've scarcely slept. So when I'm in debt, D-E-B-T, in debt of sleep, or I'm sleep deprived, it means I do not have enough sleep. I am sleep deprived. After that, I feel sad and wretched, miserable. And I have the same, let's say, idea or condition, which is normal. Everybody who does not have enough sleep cannot feel well. There was unanimous agreement. It means they just put it on one voice, or with one voice. With one voice means completely or thoroughly, or let's say simultaneously and together, that we had seen a wretched movie. For example, all of us just went out to see a movie and it was so sad, and we just said that it was really trashy. Toby had wretched luck at the gambling tables. So Toby, I don't know he or she, but that person must be really unfortunate. Keg, a barrel, small barrel, usually holding less than 10 gallons, usually for keeping wine or alcoholic drinks. The corner saloon uses numerous kegs of beer on a Saturday night. Saloon or bar, B-A-R, a place where drinks are kept or served, such as beer. Numerous kegs, they just keep numerous or so many kegs or barrels on Saturday night because it is the night before the off days. Actually, Sunday is off, and people in Western countries somehow actually they drink. B. Get a keg of nails. The carpenter shouted at me. The carpenter, for example, I happen to be an apprentice. Let me write it down. Apprentice is a person, an inexperienced worker who works at the presence of a professional to gain some knowledge. It is not academic. For example, that carpenter is so skilled or experienced, and there is a person, usually young, who works for that carpenter. This is called apprenticeship. Get me a box of nails, the carpenter shouted at me. It is obvious to me that the situation is filled with peril. It is clear to me that the situation is so dangerous. Peril means danger. A real powder keg, if I ever saw one. A real powder keg, if I ever saw one. Maybe it means that actually it's so, the source of danger is so potential and possible, like a place filled with powder, for example dynamite, and it is ready to be exploded. So it's not clear from this actually one line. Okay, nourish, make or keep alive and well. It's a verb. With food or feed. The feed is the verb form. Develop an attitude. A diet of nourishing food is served to every hospital patient, a person who is hospitalized. So they receive nourishing food. It's nutritious food or nutrient materials. It was easy to detect that the skinny boy was not well nourished because he was skinny, opposite of flabby, as we had it I think at the outset or beginning of this unit. Skinny means too thin. Undernourished, let me write it, or malnourished. There are so many children in Africa, different countries of Africa, living in poor conditions, and the majority of them are unfortunately malnourished or undernourished. Mal in Latin means bad. Under here means below the average or the normal line. After the operation, our doctor plans to nourish my mother with vitamins and good food. So my mother had an operation, surgical operation, and the doctor just decides to nourish or feed her, in the form of prescriptions, with nutritious food. Harsh, rough to the touch, taste, eye, ear, your perception, actually 5 sensory perception. Senses, 5 senses. Or sharp, it means it is not soft, it is not mild, it is harsh. The law is harsh on people who go around menacing others or threatening others or blackmailing, bullying. Let me write them. threaten, bully, blackmail. Okay. So law is so harsh on them, relentless. Looking at his cigarette, Phil realized or noticed that it was absurd or illogical or ridiculous to inhale, breathe in such harsh smoke. It means so strong or dense smoke. And he must be a very wise person, criticizing his own actions. This is good. Okay. The opposite of inhaler is exhale. E-X-H-A-L-E. Hazel altered or changed her tone of voice, the way actually she spoke perhaps, from a harsh one to a soft one. Say a person is soft spoken. For example, I'm a soft spoken. Soft spoken. A person who can actually, who does not speak at a very high volume. Okay, right now the microphone actually is so close to my mouth, but because of the fact that I'm a soft spoken person. That's why I need to drink so much water again, right now even. Okay. Quantity means amount. The counterpart is quality. I never neglect to carry a small quantity of money with me. This is wise. You should not carry so much money with you because this may be tempting to some robbers, or this is somehow dangerous. And you don't need to carry so much money or cash with you. Neglect means ignore, disregard, overlook. I never, so I don't do that. Who believes that quantity is better than quality? Quality and quantity. These are two extremes. And extreme conditions. Some people believe that the quality, for example, of life is better and more important. Some others believe that actually the quantity, that is the length of life, is more important. A large quantity of meat is always stored in our freezer. We just keep or store a large amount of meat in our freezers. Opt. Pay attention, this is a verb, and option is the noun form of that. Practicing derivatives. Choose or favor. Select. If you give me an ice cream choice, I'll opt for chocolate. So this person actually preferred chocolate to ice cream. Our cheerleaders plan to opt for new sweaters. Cheerleaders are some dancers who just enter usually a sport field, for example volleyball and football, and they entertain viewers or viewers in the middle of their, let's say, two halves, and they plan to opt for or get new sweaters. On Friday, 3 of my buddies or friends will opt to go into the Navy, to join the Navy. Okay, so I really hope that you enjoyed this unit, my teaching. And let me show you some recently added posts on Instagram. Descend means to go down. Pay attention, this is my Instagram ID, LELB _society. Just follow me on Instagram to enjoy over 700 posts, and I create and upload one each day, at least one. This is villain, means bad character, and this is actually a negotiation between me and one of the students. Eliminate, get rid of. Wholesale, we just had it in this unit. Visible, something that is that can be seen. These are some IELTS essay questions and topic cards. Vapor, blend, expensive. There are so many. Devise means invent. Another negotiation. Beau means boyfriend, lover. Minimum, this is maximum. Yearly or annual. And another IELTS essay question. Scarce means in short supply. Another topic card, and so on and so forth. Convince, persuade. And also, please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube and Opera channel in order to receive upcoming or forthcoming, let's say, classes, free classes, and follow me or like my fan page on Facebook to stay informed of the, let's say, posts that I create. Thank you very much for your attention, and bye bye.